Okay, you can see me. Let's stand up. All right, everybody. Hi on the YouTube. Trying to just make sure you can see me. And you can. So we're going to start Facebook. My girl's right in the camera. All right. Hi, everybody. Oh, shoot. And this is why it's hard for me to do multiple. All right, here we go. Oh, no. Oh, no. Resume. Continue. Okay. We are still adjusting. This is how my life is. Not great at doing multiple devices at the same time, but here we go. Just want to make sure that everybody, if I stand up, you can see me because we're just going to do, there we go. We're going to be doing one standing thing. Just want to make sure it's accessible. Yeah? Let's see. Okay. Kind of cantywampus on the Facebook one, but there we go. Oh, hi, Jared. Thanks. Okay, yeah, we're standing and we're gonna sit. Okay. Thanks for tuning in if you're here. I appreciate it. This is gonna be a kind of a quick one. Just because we're getting back into it. It's been like over a month. I was gone for a little bit, and then we had some studio issues. And if you've been tuning in on Twitch or anything, I'm starting a new platform, which is Twitch, because we're doing some twerking and talking over there, and we're playing a bunch of PlayStation 4, Beat Saber, VR stuff, Iron Man, some Final Fantasy, and we got new studio stuff. We got some new lights, got some new cameras, yada, yada, yada. So it's been a while, so I kind of just wanted to kind of just get back into like a basic Kumye explanation and a short sit. I was going to leave my door open so that we could have some outside noise, but then I realized that it's just all going to be cars, so hold on. So yeah, we're back at it, adding another studio, like I said, or another platform, fixing up the studio. You've gotten nice compliments on the living room studio, which I'm thankful for and I really like, so we're just trying to keep that up. So Kumye, sitting. Sunday, sit. Here we go. So I'm still trying to like center myself. So today we're just going to do like a little bit of grounding, a little bit of sitting, one standing stretch, and then kind of get on with our Sunday. I think it's important, and I usually always say this, I think it's important to find time in every day to sit and, as your grandmama or your grandpappy used to say, kind of smell the roses, right? We can do that a little better by self-focusing ourselves. But it is good just to sit and do nothing. A lot of the time, Kumye lessons, we do the Kumye, and then there'll be like a daily practice or something you can do, and I haven't really been incorporating those. So what I would say is, if you like this idea of meditation, if it helps you in any kind of way to deal with your stress, to kind of just ground you, kind of like keep your mind from wandering about all the things that you have to do, just sitting for as long as you can, 30 seconds to 3 minutes to 5 minutes to 10 minutes outside, feet on the ground, butt on the ground, something grounding, and just quiet your mind and just breathe, close your eyes, and really do nothing. Does so much for your mind and your body to kind of just reset. So that's kind of what we're here to do on Sunday Sits in a little more guided fashion. So like I've said before, Kumye is super beneficial for me, and I hope for other people who are starting this practice or following this practice with me. Just the idea of how much this alleviates your stress magnitude in your day-to-day, really. Oh, I forgot to start this, so I don't keep you too long. Because as we all know, you can just kind of get caught up in worry and stress and anxiety and your to-do lists and all of that stuff. But taking, like I was just saying, even 30 seconds all the way to the 30 minutes that we're probably going to do, except I'm spending a lot of time talking, all the way up to that 30-minute mark is beneficial for kind of rewiring your body and your mind back together, which helps not let one of them run away without the other, right? So let's start with that. Let's start. How about How about that? So we're going to get back into, I'm just going to go over some 7 gesture stuff really quickly. We'll sit for a few minutes, then we'll do a stretch posture, a kumye posture, focusing on mental awareness of the body. And then we'll sit again, and then we'll get on with our day. And I'm feeling a sneeze. Hold on. Okay. We got rid of it. That is also something I learned from Kumye, is the power over your body that your mind has is you can get rid of a sneeze. It's pretty crazy. 7 gestures, called 7 gestures because there are 7 pieces to sitting that help ground your body and your mind, as the Buddha said. And now I'm kind of sniffly because I didn't sneeze, but I got rid of the sneeze. Okay, so first thing is finding a cushion or the ground or even a chair. I've said this before, you can do this just in a chair. Pretend I'm in a chair with your hands on your legs like this, so you skip the cross-legged part that we're about to go into. But other than that, then you can do this in a chair if you have issues getting up and down on the floor, or you've got bad knees or bad hips. The first thing is, if you can get on the ground, excuse me, is cross legs. So, some people can do full lotus, some people can just sit cross-legged. So let's just start with that. Excuse me. So I picked up a piece of popcorn off the floor. So I'm just going to sit regular cross-legged, one foot in front of the other instead of on top of it, though, as this cushion kind of affords me the levity off the ground to do so. So cross legs. I've sat on this cushion for a while, so I'm going to get my butt in there. So cross legs. Cross legs, palms resting kind of mid-thigh so that your shoulders are relaxed, so you're not reaching for your knees, you're not pushing them all the way back in your hips and driving your shoulders back, right? So just evenly spaced so that you can have your shoulders in a nice relaxed place. We're going to go with a straight spine, right? So you don't want to curve your spine forward. You don't want to be so straight that you're driving yourself back, right? So I try to tell people that we're going to have a string attached to our tailbone all the way up through our spine to the top of the head. And you're kind of just going to pull that taut, right? As we're doing this, you need to not stress out your neck here. We don't want this as you're trying to achieve a straight back. Still want this to be a relaxing position so that we can breathe. And, oh, here it comes. Excuse me. Oh, okay. So we've got cross legs, soft palms on the mid-thigh, straight back. And we're working on this neutral chin, right? So we don't want the chin too far forward or down. We don't want it too far up, lifting your head back, right? So we need this nice neutral chin. I don't know why this all of a sudden started. Whew, okay, shook off another sneeze. So we'll call this, the neutral chin. So you'll find sometimes that I kind of end up doing this a little bit to remind myself that I want this kind of free-floating head, neutral chin situation going on. So I'm not finding myself like this, or like this, or like this, right? Next thing is we think about the eyes. And we do this thing called soft eyes. So I'm not just like meditate hard, right? And I'm not asleep with my eyes closed. You can close your eyes. That being said, sometimes closing your eyes leads to your chin dropping down, leads to you kind of slouching, leads to you kind of being out of posture and being tired or sleepy during the meditation, which is not what we want. So if you do close your eyes, pay special attention to what you're doing with the rest of your 7 gestures so that you can keep them in line and that we can keep the focus going on and the body aware and into. If you can, open your eyes a little bit. We, again, don't do the hard eyes. We're doing soft eyes, which they say is, imagine like there's a little baby in front of you, like 6 feet in front of you, and you're a grandparent and you are enjoying watching this baby crawl around and have a good time and be a cute infant baby, right? So you look at that with soft, loving eyes, right? You don't just stare at the baby really hard. You don't fall asleep and ignore the baby. We have soft eyes kind of looking downward. I'm not really focusing on anything. I'm just kind of able to be aware of my surroundings visually, lightly as I'm sitting and doing uh, work, meditating. Second to last gesture is what we do with our mouths. So you don't want your mouth gaping open. It's going to lead to like a lot of mouth breathing. You don't want it all the way closed because that leads to just nose breathing. So we actually want it partially open. And they say to leave like the space of a grain of rice. And then that gives you time, gives you space, gives you space to breathe in your mouth and in your nose at the same time. We also rest the tongue softly up against the front top teeth. So lips kind of lightly parted, eyes soft, chin neutral, back straight, palms neutrally on the thigh, and cross legs. And the last thing of the 7 gestures is how we do our breathing. So we are going to breathe in and out through our mouth simultaneously, equally. Like 50, I want 50% come in my nose and 50% come in my mouth and go out the same way. So it's going to look something like this. Now, a lot of the time, you want to relax the belly. A lot of the time, when people are sitting up straight, and we're kind of used to hearing about good posture, and we're used to hearing about keeping our tummy taut, and it helps our ab muscles and all this. But for this, you want to be nice, relaxed, and so we let the belly loose. And as we breathe, we fill into the belly and back out. You want a nice deep breath to invigorate the body and the mind. So that's why they say we do in through the nose, which helps fuel the mind, and we breathe in through the mouth, which helps fuel the body, right? So we don't want shallow breaths. We want nice, deep, full breaths. So since we're here, let's do just a couple minutes sitting, breathing. All you should really be doing is try to stay here in the moment. Try to focus on all of these 7 gestures. Make sure you're doing them correctly. Stay within the body. Be cognizant of what your body is feeling. Is there some stress? Is there some ache? Is there some pain? Is there a feeling of contentedness? Is there something that feels good? Just stay with the body and try not to let your mind get off the mat. Now, this is very hard. And if you have been with me before and we've taken the month off and you haven't done anything in between that, it's definitely going to be hard. I know I'm going to close my eyes because it's been a couple of weeks since I've done any kind of sitting. I try to get outside and just sit on a bench or something even. And it's been a couple of weeks since I've been able to really, really do that for a good sustained amount of time. So I know I'm going to start thinking about the things I need to do, the things I need to accomplish before the day is over and such like this. So that's being someplace else other than where your body is. And so the idea of meditation is to be accountable for your body space and your mind space. And so in doing that, we have to be here, be present, and be in this moment, right? So let's try to do that for just a couple minutes. Stay here. If you find yourself wandering off, don't judge yourself. You don't have to, be like, bad Sarah, bad me, and make that disparity even bigger. Just bring it back. Follow the breath into the body. Notice something about your body and stay present here, okay? So let's give that a go. Move with your eyes open, with your eyes closed. Stay in these 7 gestures, your cross legs. Sometimes I find I'm clenching here in my hips and my glutes, and that's like kind of starts to stress me out. And as I think about it, I just relax, breathe in all the way down to my hips and glutes, and helps them sit in and relax even more. So if you find awareness of there being some tension somewhere in your body, relax that tension with your breath. Breathe it in. If it's your shoulders, breathe it in. Be able to relax. Treat your body to relaxing. Soft eyes. Breathe in through your nose and mouth and out through your nose and mouth at the same time. Stay with the body. If you find some places tense because we don't usually sit like this, keep trying to breathe in and relax that spot. A lot of the time it's this hip for me, so I breathe all the way in. And focus on relaxing the muscles that are kind of contracting because it gets tight, because you get a little bit of soreness or a little bit of uncomfortability there. And just try to dissipate that with the breath. Try to find a place in your body that is nice and completely relaxed. A lot of the time for me, this is my belly or my chest. I feel absolutely no tension. So instead of focusing on my hips that might have a little tension, I might be fighting that, that release. I'll go someplace else with my mind into my body, find where there is relaxation. And that actually helps as I focus on this part of my body being relaxed and open and I'm getting good breaths. I find that the rest of my body relaxes as well. All right, that was like 3 minutes because I was talking you through that. So now we're going to get off the mat. We're going to do a standing stretch that is also still very meditative. So let's get out of this position and stand up. And I'm pretty sure I did this right so that you can all see me. If I stand up here, there we go. Look, it looks like you all can. Okay, so we are going to do one that we've done before, if you've been with us. And the idea here is we're going to we're going to go slowly, like way slower than you want to do a stretch, that you normally want to do a stretch. And then we are going to try to stay within our body like we were just doing, where you're breathing into where you're finding the tension and breathing that tension away, or finding a place where you are feeling comfortable and kind of focusing on that and breathing that comfortability and that relaxation through the rest of the body, right? So here we are. We're going to stand with our feet shoulder width apart, right? And we're still going to effectively use that string through our tailbone to pull our heads taut so that we have a nice straight back. Don't lock your legs. Make sure you're able to kind of still do this. Locking your legs will make you pass out. All right. So we're going to do these things slowly. You're going to want to rush it, but stay in that moment of where that transition through the stretch feels the most uncomfortable, because that is where you get the most, this is the meat of what we're working on here, is to stay present in the body and to kind of call attention to what our mind does when we're in a tense spot, right? So you're going to find some tension in this stretch or in this position, in this pose, and you're going to want to hurry through it. Stick with that uncomfortability in your mind and find a way to kind of deal with that stress. A lot of the time it is breathing, it's finding someplace else that's comfortable, or a lot of the time it is diving into what that tension feels like and kind of working from the inside out as to why does this very safe position make me feel so unsafe, or makes me want to run away from it, or makes me feel afraid of it, or makes me feel more pain than it actually is on my body, I'm not going to do anything to my body that is going to kill it, right? And so we want to stay present, and we want to work through those things. That helps us to then use Kumye, the mental abilities and the awareness, that when we get into an actual stressful situation that might be a trigger for us later, that we can remember doing something that was safe and how we got through that here, and how we can maybe use that to get through a position that is uncomfortable in a societal interaction. Okay, so shoulder width apart, we're not locking the knees, hands at the sides. Still good breathing in through the mouth and nose, always through the mouth and the nose at the same time. We are slowly going to raise our arms from our sides, palms down. Don't rush this. You might want to rush about here, because right about here it gets a little annoying feeling to be raising your arms this slowly as they start to feel a little bit of tension and stress. Keep the shoulders down. We don't want to, we're raising our arms, not our shoulders, right? Creaky door for effect. As you get your arms up here, we want to turn our palms to the front. We're going to raise our hands as much as we can without raising our shoulders, right? So we're still stretching your fingers, stretching your arms up, stretching that spine. Keep breathing. Now we're going to bend at the waist. Just at the waist, you're going to keep this flat back. Make sure your legs are not locked. And we're going to start bending slowly forward. And feel your toes grip. Keep breathing. Go slowly. Keep your head in between your biceps. Don't curl your back, right? We're going to go straight. We're going straight. We're reaching out because we're still reaching with these fingers. Don't rush right here, as we're going to feel more of the tension in your back. Might get a little sweaty even. We're still going slow. Breathe. Stay within the body. Don't rush. Keep reaching. Keep reaching. Keep reaching with your fingers. As you get down, you can disengage your neck. Let your head hang. Keep breathing. Still engaging the fingers, strong reaching. We're going to come back up slowly. That should have taken us about a minute to get down. We want about a minute to get back up. Engage the head again, or the neck. Reaching, keeping this back straight, arms straight, fingers still reaching. Don't rush. Right here is where you start to get that in the small of the back. You want to hurry. You want to get out of this uncomfortable place. But we're still breathing. Stay with the body. Stay with the breath. So come up. Extra reach. One more time, extra reach. Keeping the shoulders down. We're going to start slowly lowering our hands. Turning our palms away from us, away from each other, away from us. Don't rush. Hold your hands here. Get to this parallel point from the ground. Hold this for a couple seconds. You feel some tension and some warmth in through your shoulders and in through your chest. Don't fight it. Slowly lower. Don't rush this release. This, as we say, is the cream. So you feel that tension going away. You survived it. We did it. You breathe through it. Relax the fingers. Arms can now hang at the side of the body. We're going to go back and we're going to sit just for a couple minutes and kind of continue along the lines of the feelings you were feeling while doing that, with that warmth in your hamstrings, the warmth in your small of your lower back, and in your shoulders and your chest, and your hammies and your back, as I just said. So we're just going to sit for a couple minutes, stay with the body, stay with the warmth, stay with that experience you just had. Continue breathing. Seven gestures: cross legs, palms middle of the thigh, straight back, neutral chin, soft eyes, gently parted lips, and breathing through the nose and the mouth. Still experiencing a good tingle in my shoulders for me and a nice warmth across my chest. Feels nice, and I can breathe that in. As I breathe it out, I'm going to disperse it through the rest of my body and share that energy we dredged up by doing that nice and slow. Expand that. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining me. I know that was a little quick reintroduction and single pose, single posture that we did. We usually do about 45 minutes to an hour, but just wanted to kind of kick it off with some regrounding, some regrouping. Coming at it again. Hopefully we will see you next week. You can always see me on YouTube, Meditate and Move with Sarah. You can check out the previous lessons and the live stuff I'm doing. I think all of these ones on Facebook are archived as well. If you want to see, we do twerking there as well. If you want to learn how to twerk, you want to check out some gaming, catch me on Twitch. It's Sarah, just like SAJRU, IRL, like in real life. And we do dancing and stuff over there too. So thank you very much. If you liked it, please subscribe, like, follow, all that good stuff. And I really appreciate you spending some time with me on Sunday. Hope to see you on Tuesday where we'll be twerking. All right. Have a good week, you guys. See you soon.